Namashivaya children. Today we will deal with next chapter, factors and multiples. Chapter 5, factors and multiples. Are you familiar with these two terms? Yes. What are factors? Do you remember? Yes. Factors are those numbers which divide the given number exactly without leaving any remainder. So when you write the factor of 24, how will you write the factors of 24? You will recall in a sequence. We recall the multiplication table in a sequence beginning from 1. 1 into which number is 24? 1 into 24 gives 24. So we'll write 1 here and 24 a little away. Then what about 2? 2 into which number give you 24? You don't know the table. So you will divide and see 24 divided by 2 and find that 2 2s are 4 and find that 2 into 12. 2 into 12 gives 24 since the remainder is 0. Now we will move on to the 3. Next number 3. 3 into what gives 24? Right. 3 into 8 gives 24. Now move to 4. 4 into what gives 24? Yes, 4 into 6 gives 24. Will you get 24 in table of 5? No. So will you get the number 24 in the table of 6? Yes, we have already written 6 4s are 4 and 6 are those factors which we have already written. So the number from 1 and 24, in between 21 and 24, we got all the factors. There are no more factors since 24. We know that one is the smallest factor, one will be the smallest factor, and the number itself will be the greater factor. Factors are limited. All these things we have learned in our previous class. Now, this is a tedious way for finding the factors of larger numbers. So, we will learn some rules that help us in finding the factors. Okay? Those rules are known as divisibility rules. What do you call it? Divisibility rule. That means without dividing, how will you find out the factors in an easier, in a quick way? Divisibility rule. First we will learn rule of 2. Rule of 2. What are rule of 2? Do you know that? Rule of 2 means how will you check whether a number are even or not? Given number is even. If the number is even, the digit in the ones place will be either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. The same rule is applied in the rule of 2. So if a number is given 124 and check whether 2 is a factor of 124, what will you do? You have to see the digit in the ones place is either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. If it is one of these, then that number is divisible by 2. So 124 is divisible by 2. Now let us take rule of 3. What does rule of 3 states? Rule of 3 states that if the sum of the digits in a number is a multiple of 3, then that number is divisible by 3. Let us take the same example 124 and check whether this number is divisible by 3. So find the sum of the digits 1 plus 2 plus 4. You get 7, and 7 is not a multiple of 3. Therefore, 124 is not divisible by 3. Let us check this using long division method. 124 divided by 3. 4 3s are 12. 0. Bring down the next digit 4. 1 3s are 3. Remainder 1. So, what does this show? Here the remainder is 1. So 3 is not a factor of 124. That means 124 is not divisible by 3. Rule of 4. What is rule of 4? If the digit in the ones and tens place are either 0 or a multiple of 4, then that number is divisible by 4. So, see in 124, the same number I am taking, 124, the last two digits are 24, 24, 24, and 24 is a multiple of 4, 4 into 6 are 24. It is coming in the table of 24. So, 124 is divisible by 4 and 4 is a factor of 124. Got it? Now we'll take another example, 100. Last two digits are 0 and check 100 divided by 4. 4 twos are 8. Remainder 2, 20. 5 fours are 20. Remainder 0. So 4 into 100 is equal to 4 into 25. Right? Right? So what did you see? Since the last two digits are 0, then 4 is a factor of that number. Now we will move on to rule of 5. In rule of 5, as in the case of 2, we will look into the digit in the ones place. If the digit in the ones place is 0 or 5, then that number is divisible by 5. See the multiplication table of 5. In the multiplication table of 5, you can see that 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, right? 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 20. What did you see here? Normally, all these numbers, the digit in the ones place is either 0 or 5 and they have 5 as a factor, right? So, if a number is divisible by 5, then the digit in the ones place should be either 0 or 5. Then we will move on to the divisibility rule of 6. Divisibility rule of 6 is very simple. If a number is divisible by 2 as well as 3, then that number is divisible by 6. See, same number, 124. We saw that 124 is not divisible by 3, but it is divisible by 2. So this number is not divisible by 6. Let us check by dividing this number by 6. Okay. 6 twos are 12. Remainder 0. 4. 4 is less than 6. So we'll put 0 at the top. So what did you get? Remainder 4. So since you got remainder 4, 6 is not a factor of 124. Right? So what conclusion did you get? If a number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then only that number will be divisible by 6. Now there is no rule for divisibility rule for 7. Now we'll move on to rule of 8, which is similar to rule of 4. In 4, we look into the tens and ones place digits only. But in the divisibility rule of 8, we will look into the hundreds, tens and ones place digits together. So let us take an example, 1240, and check whether this number is divisible by 8. So take the last 3 digit 240 and divide it by, in this we have to divide and see, no other way. Okay, divide and see. What did you get? Remainder 0. So this bigger number 1240 is divisible by 8. Right? See, 1000 divided by 8. Last 3 digits are 0. So that number is divisible by 8. Let us check it by dividing. 8 ones are 8. Remainder 2, 20. 8 twos are 16. Remainder 4, 40. 40. Right? Remainder 0. We checked. And you got 8 is a factor of 1000, and in 1000 last 3 digits are 0. Now we will look into divisibility rule of 9. It is similar to 3. As in 3, here also we will find the sum of the digits of the given number, and if the sum is a multiple of 9, then that number is divisible by 9. Let us take an example, 1331, and check whether this number is divisible by 9. For that we will find the sum of the digits. Here the digits are 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1. We are finding the sum of the digits 1331. What does it give? It gives 8. And we know that 8 is not a multiple of 9. So 1331 is not divisible by 9. So let us check by long division method. Divided by 9. 1331 divided by 9. 1 9s are 9. Remainder 4, 43. 4s are 36. Remainder 7. 1. 7 9s are 63. Remainder 8. So what does this show? It shows that 1331 is not divisible by 9 since the remainder is 8. Last rule which you have to learn today. There are more rules also, some more rules also. Today we will learn one more rule, that is divisibility rule of 10. It states that the digit in the ones place is 0, then that number is divisible by 10. If the digit in the ones place is 0, then that number is divisible by 10. See the multiplication table of 10. That is an very good example. 1 10s are 10. The digit in the ones place is 0. 2 10s are 20. See, 1 into 10. Divisibility rule of 10. 1 into 10, 10. 2 into 10, 20. 3 into 10, 30. What happened here? All these numbers, the digit in the ones place are 0 and they have 10 as a factor. So that's all for today. Namaskar.